Oh, hello, Cassie. Caught me at a good time. I was just reading about nuclear power. What can I do for you? Oh, and by the way, your hair looks great.
Thank you.
Oh my god, Chad, you noticed my hair? Thanks. Oh, nuclear power. I don't know what it is. Can you tell me about it? And cause basically I have a contest tomorrow and I need to know about it, and that's all will help me. Of course, Cassie. What would you like to know about nuclear power? Pretty much everything. I don't know what it does, or what it is, or how do you get the power? I mean, isn't it just a big bomb with a mushroom cloud? Well, Cassie, the type of nuclear power we're concerned about is called nuclear fission. Why are we concerned about it? Because it produces vast amounts of energy with little resources. Basically, what you need in a nuclear fission reaction is to split a uranium atom. Why split an atom? It's so small, it can't do anything. Wrong! Atoms contain vast amounts of potential energy. And so when we split the uranium atom, it creates lots and lots of heat. Heat? Why do we need heat? I thought we use nuclear power to make electricity. You're right, in fact. You see, what happens is this. Nuclear reaction happens in this little box, and it heats up the water, and that produces steam. The steam then travels, expanding, and spins these huge turbines, which spin a copper wire, which creates an electromagnetic charge, which can be put on the grid and sent straight to your home. Oh, I see now, Chad. Thank you for explaining. Huh. So interesting. How much of it is used? 10% you said? Well, why don't we just use nuclear power? I mean, what's so wrong with it? Question, Cassie. You see, a lot of people have a lot of trouble dealing with the fact of nuclear power. Why, you might say? It's not that harmful for the environment, and it seems relatively cheap to produce. Well, Cassie, terrorists and nuclear waste. How are they connected? Well, you see, when the uranium gets split, it creates the highly radioactive element called plutonium. Just a speck of dust-sized amount of plutonium, if inhaled, will instantly cause you to have lung cancer. And the size that can fit in your palm could be used potentially to make up an atomic bomb and destroy a city as large as New York City. So you might say, well, how long till this stuff dissipates? Well, the FDA regulates it for, FDA, jeez. The something organization says that you should store it in a leak-proof container for 10,000 years. But studies have shown that the plutonium doesn't break down for years and years and millions of years after that. So you might say, well, why don't we just put it in space? That's safe, isn't it? Well, Cassie, out of 100 flights by NASA, 2 have blown up. That's a 98 percentile. That's not the say we're flying up nuclear waste, and boom, a terrorizer attacks it. Then you got all this plutonium sprinkled throughout the atmosphere, all over the United States. And you might say, nuclear energy, is it cost effective? Well, Cassie, it costs quite a lot of money to make a plant. Why? Because they need to be extremely, extremely secure. If someone were to get the hands on the uranium and plutonium, they could devastate countries. Oh man, that's way too bad. What about the future of nuclear energy? Are we going to see a nuclear power plant in Holden? Well, Cassie, the future of nuclear power is actually quite bright in the U.S. As you know, President Obama advocates other types of resources to make power. So, by the year 2020, he promises 55 new nuclear power plants that will replace another 10% of our power grid and help get our dependency off of oil.